Hello all, I'm Abhinaya from St. Joseph's College pursuing final year BTech IT. So I'm here to bring you all awareness about how recruitment is now in this current pandemic situation. So I'll tell you about how interviews take place virtually, and I'll also let you know about the resume preparation as well. So nowadays, it's very important for all of us to acquire at least one job in hand because, as we know, we're all grown ups, so we can't completely rely on our parents. So we can't be a burden. We have to, we have to selflessly help our parents in this situation, both financially and physically, as well as mentally, socially, so that we can be at a very stable position at our society. So now currently the recruitment is not as bad as we had expected. It is as good as it used to be. So it is just how we push ourselves to get at least one job. We don't need to restrict ourselves to one. We can get as many as we can. So it is very easy. It is not as tough as we all think, that the interviews is happening virtually, and we need not like think about how we can get a job virtually, that too staying at our home. It is not as tough as we all think. So I've attended at least 5 interviews, and hopefully I've cleared it. So I can tell you how it happens. So I'm here to bring you the awareness. So the first round is aptitude. Aptitude is very important for us to clear, because if you clear the first round, you'll get the confidence needed to clear the subsequent rounds. So once you clear the first round, that is the primary round of aptitude, you will get that self-confidence to clear the subsequent rounds and eventually the interview process. So what happens is, in aptitude, you'll have the basic quants, logical and verbal. After that, followed by, you'll have a technical round. Technical round will be only based on the curriculum that you have studied in the past 3 or 4 years of your IT, or no matter whichever stream you are, like you belong to. So that will be the technical questions, and followed by coding round. Coding round can be your error debugging, or it'll be the simple, you'll have 4 to 5 codings, that will be depending upon your company. So like for each company it varies, and you'll have a set of coding questions. It will be along with aptitude, or it can be a different round as such. So you can do the coding in any language. They'll give you a set of languages as options, and you can choose your favorite language and any language which you are comfortable in, and you can start coding. So these are the rounds, and once you clear all these rounds, you will have an interview. So interview is basically, first it'll be for any interview that matters. It'll be talk to you. They'll ask you about yourself. So tell me about yourself is the first round. And tell me tell me about yourself, it includes your name, your college, your first it'll be your educational details, like which school you studied, your subjects that you had chosen, and your interest, what all interest you have. And in educational details, you have to cover all your school details, your college details, your marks, 10th, 12th, and your CGPA. So if you include all that, after your educational details, you can tell about your family details, your background, your family background, and then you can tell about your interest. It can be both. It should be both technical as well as non-technical interest. So after that, you have to mention your strengths and weakness. So my strengths are so and so, and my weakness are so and so. But make sure you don't stress about your weakness. You should say that I have so and so weakness, but I have the capability to overcome it. So that should be your attitude, and in the end you have to conclude by saying these are my short-term goals and these are my long-term goals. So that's how it goes. And after you finish your telling me about yourself, they'll ask you some technical questions, and those technical questions will be from the below topics. It will be OOPS, object-oriented concepts, and you'll have data structure concepts. In data structures, you will have basic questions like differences between STI and Q, linked lists and arrays. It will be all these differences. Then they'll ask you real-time examples of abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, all these concepts of OOPS. And followed by they'll ask you some like time complexities of searching and sorting algorithms. Also they'll ask you about SDLC, software development life cycle. This is a very important topic that most of the companies cover. So they'll ask you what are the 5 phases and how it works, how the phases work in software development. So these are the basic and very important questions that most of the interviewers ask. And in some companies also they ask us to share our screen, and they ask us to type some few codes by sharing a screen. So they'll ask you, for example, they'll ask you Fibonacci or factorial or some printing patterns or binary to octal, these conversion kind of programs. So they'll ask you, some companies they ask us to share our screen and they ask us to type the code in any editor, in any compiler which we are familiar with or which we have in our system. So this is for some companies, but most of the companies they don't ask, they only ask these technical questions. And very important one is your projects. Your projects determine what all you have achieved, and before projects they ask you what all certifications you have done. So these certifications help you help them understand what you have learned in this pandemic situation. It's been almost a year now, so more than a year actually. So they'll assess you what all you have learned in this pandemic, in this break. So that learning comes from your certification. So you have so many online sites for getting a certification like Udemy, Great Learning, NPTEL, Udacity. You have so many courses. So you can, from your interest, like if you have interest towards web development or app development or machine learning or cyber security or AI or data science, or no matter whatever course you're interested in, whatever stream you're interested in, you can acquire as many courses, or any language specific courses like Java, Python, Node.js, Angular, React, any MongoDB. So these are the language oriented. You can do as many as courses as you can in the field of interest, in your field of interest. And then when you do certain projects, so the projects can be, if you think I don't have any projects, you can fetch code from GitHub and try to learn the code, so that when you fetch the code, when you just simply fetch the code, they'll find out that you don't have any knowledge and you have simply kept it as your project. So please never do that. When it can be anything, it can be just a website consisting about HTML and CSS, it is completely fine, or any app development or any Java oriented or Python oriented application should be very fine with the interviewers. Just make sure you know the concept, and also whatever you mention in your resume, that will only be their questions. They can't ask you questions anything other than what you've mentioned in your resume. No, even your field of interest, both technical and non-technical skills, they'll ask you only what you've mentioned in your resume. So they'll ask you questions about your projects, what all skills you have acquired from the project, and what all certifications you have done, and what all tech stack you have used in your project, what was your contribution to your project, if it was a group project or individual one. They'll ask you what you have learned and what all you have learned from it, what all mistakes you had done and the learnings from your mistakes. So they'll ask you all these things. And in some companies they also ask you what are the current trends going on. so that you need to be updated with the current trends and technologies. So they'll ask you these questions, and it'll be very easy. The duration on an average will be from 30 minutes to 1 hour, so it'll be in that range. And so when you clear the aptitude round, it should be very easy. The trainings given to you from the college, it would be very helpful. So now in this phase, I know it would be very hectic, but you would be surrounded with so many sessions, both technical and aptitude sessions, followed by the semester works, like the semester curriculum. But it should not be very tough, because this is the very important period where we should gain knowledge, and our skills plays a very major role in getting ourselves recruited to the more and more companies that we wish to. So try and so if it's very hectic, what we all can do is make yourself a schedule, like morning spend some time for aptitude, and afternoon spend some time for technical, and then spend some time for coding. So when you split your training sessions and your learnings in a batch wise method, it would be very easy, so that you won't get stressed. You will get a very systematic approach how to make use of these sessions and to gain knowledge. And try to do as many as courses as possible, because the interviewers will get to know that, okay, this student has done this this certification, so he would have acquired knowledge on this particular topic, and he would have implemented in this project. So it is very important that you be very confident in front of the recruiter, because your aptitude and all is just the main it's just part of the rounds that they are conducting. But in front of an interviewer and during the interview process, your attitude plays a very major role. Even though it's virtual, don't ever think that it's only virtual, so you can sit however you want, or you can dress up however you like to, and you can show your attitude. Please don't ever do that. Your eye level, your eye contact, your interview, the way you speak, how confident you speak plays a very major role in selecting you. More than the skills, or more than the technical aspects, or more than everything, your attitude plays a very major role in front of the interviewer. So try to maximum get his attention. Try to speak confidently. Even if you don't know a concept, you can share things about the concept, if for whatever he is asking you. You need not be so accurate. If you know, you can speak. If you don't know, it's okay. You can you can tell all the related things you know about the concept he is asking you. So this is about the interview process. And for the resume, as I told you, you can mention your 10th, 12th, your current CGPA, and you can, for resume, get any template from the website, from any website, Signovo Resume. You can get your resume template, fill all these details, fill your certification details, and fill your personal projects, and they'll ask you about internship. So whether you have attended any internship or anything that matters, so you can also include that. You can include your technical skills, you can include your other curricular activities, like and please mention your achievements, whatever you have achieved in your college, on your school, or anywhere else that your interest lies in. So please mention your interest, your certification, projects, and also your technical skills that you have acquired. So this is your resume pattern, and this is how the interviews take place. So it looks tough, but it is not tough. It all lies in your hands. It lies in how you take it, how you prepare from the scratch. This is the right time for all of you to start preparing for the interviews. And in this pandemic situation, as I mentioned, it is very important for us to stay independent and to get at least one job in hand, because without jobs we can't survive. We can't rely on parents entirely. We have to take it. We are around 20s and we have the maturity to handle this situation, and when the opportunities are given to you, try to make use of it. And we can't suffer after we lose our opportunities given to us. So make sure take this time as the right time to learn as much as you can, upgrade your skills, and through all these certifications as I told you, and try to achieve and try to get to reach as many as companies as you can, try to get as many as offers as you can, because these offers can pull out your self-confidence and you can stay independently. And as I said, you need not give entire burden to your parents. Also, when you have a job in hand, you can do whatever you want to, like, as I mean, you'll have a self confidence of how to face the current society, especially in this pandemic situation, because nowadays many people are trying to they are losing their jobs due to this pandemic and due to financial losses. So now we are getting opportunities. There are many companies recruiting us. They are coming forward to our college to recruit students as a bulk, and as a few students from product-based companies. And the pay is not less. The pay is as it used to be before. The pay is same as it used to be before. So it is in our hands how to get this done, and please be prompt to the interviews. Don't delay, don't show any kind of show the right attitude and show the right character to the recruiters. Be on time and show your best, do your best to the interviewers, and this is the right time to get a job in hand and to prepare for it. So this is all I have to say, and very wishing you all the best for the offers. So this is what I wanted to say. Try to get as many as offers, and try to make our staffs proud of you, because their struggles is only for you to get yourself at a very better position. Our college, our placement officers, our staffs, our HODs are trying their best to give you all sorts of opportunities to get yourself at a very better position. So this state is a very tough state for all the citizens going through this pandemic. So it is in our hands to grab this opportunity and make this a very better one and a very fruitful one for you and your family and for people around you. Thank you, and wishing you all the best.